Talking to the Dead, Chapter 24. When we notice every thought like a card in a deck of cards, and we recognize that each one carries another, like stacking cards into a house. I think all of us have done that at some stage in our childhood and in adulthood. Visualize, if you can, each of those cards creating a foundation for the next layer. And up, 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 that house of cards goes. This clearinghouse, this movement of energy, each of those cards being a thought, starts to pull one by one each away until that platform of cards can no longer remain. It begins to collapse in on itself. The illusion of it having a foundation starts to shake. Everything we've held on to as a belief or a condition falling apart in front of our very eyes. And that can cause disillusionment because we think, oh my goodness, this spiritual work is creating so much havoc in my life. I want to go back to the solid foundation I once had. It felt familiar even if it was uncomfortable. Yet this process begins to build enough momentum where it continues to do itself. The house of cards, one by one, caving in and falling down till there's none left to hold on to. The Queen of Hearts standing in the middle, saying, what is happening here to me, to my life, to this experience? All the people I thought I loved seem to have left. The things that seemed to once give me joy now cause such distress. The areas I used to feel passionate about are no longer impassioned. Perhaps there's even a bit of numbness, a bit of dis-ease. Of course, that's the clearinghouse we've been pointing to. Don't name it anything. Don't name it disease. Don't name it collapse. Don't name it at all. We've done such great work clearing things out. This is where that momentum, that crack in the sidewalk, gives us some energetic leverage to notice each new card, each new thought, attempting to rebuild itself. Give none of them any mind. Pay none of them any mind. And the house cannot rebuild. Newness will always come. It is what has always been intended to land right here in the clearing space. This is such a fascinating way to notice that life simply does itself. The newness, the new things, the new experiences will come. And as we now know not to attach to any of them, label any of them good or bad or right or wrong, they just pass through. They're all beautiful. They're all here to celebrate us. This is where we begin to start to notice spiritual enlivenment. Those on the other side, guides, angels, archangels, whatever, light beings, all these things that have always been right here, engaging with us. Don't attach to them either. What comes will come and what goes will go. It's all magical. The conversations you begin to have with those on the other side, that doorway has always been right here. The clearinghouse is just now allowing you to see that the door is open. And now we really get to start to embark on that journey. I know we've called this the Talking to the Dead series, but as you can see, it's taken 24 chapters to get here. Each has built upon itself. Don't rebuild. Don't reconstruct. Utilize the chapters 1 to now when you start to notice that kicking back in. This is a never-ending process of unraveling. It's never done. Keep reinvigorating the need to clear that warehouse. We mentioned there would be a discussion about why it stays there. It's the subconscious mind. Its job is to store. Our job is to make sure that doesn't happen. Much love. Until next time.